Music takes a prominent role in the lives of many. It's been called magic, and as stated in a quote from Leonard Bernstein, it can name the unnameable and communicate the unknowable. So how does it affect the world of gaming? It can shape worlds and add emotion to key moments. Keep watching to find out how. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Fireside Chat. Today we're on the topic of music and how it affects the video game. While subtle, music makes a huge difference in the game. It affects how you see the game's world. It pulls at your heartstrings, and it can even affect how you play the game itself. All in all, it's super important and utterly fundamental to the success of a video game. If you're a creator, the information in this video will be useful to give your game a greater chance of success. If you're just a gamer looking for something to watch, this video will allow you to better appreciate the music in the games that you play. As I said before, music is vital to the video game's success. So vital, in fact, that AAA companies often employ entire branches of a department to compose music. Entire boards of people work on composing 20 plus different songs for each level, world map, and boss. For smaller companies, sometimes it's just a couple people, or even one, who write out what could be hours of music. At any rate, it's a major undertaking, and an important one at that. Despite all this, it can easily go unnoticed or underappreciated in the wrong circumstances. Therefore, it's important not only to make the music appropriate for your game and audience, but captivating and attention-grabbing. That being said, it shouldn't be too attention-grabbing, because that would distract from the game itself. But how do you do that? Well, everyone has different tastes, so the perfect music to captivate your audience really depends on a lot of different variables. Using rich sounds and orchestrated, rather than computer-generated sounds, is a great way to start, unless you're purposefully going for that 8-bit track style, which has a draw of its own. Other than that, the only surefire way to know you're pleasing your audience is to make sure your piece fits the game as a whole, and the environments in it, of course. Let's take a little test. I'm going to play 2 different tracks for you from the Castlevania series. One orchestrated, one computer generated. Here they are. So, which one appealed more to you? As you might have guessed, the first one was computer-generated, theme of Simon Belmont from Super Castlevania IV. And the second one was orchestrated, Belmont's theme from Castlevania Lord of Shadows. While I'm sure some of you liked the computer-generated track more, most will enjoy the orchestrated version better, making it a good choice for your game if you're unsure of what else to do. So, now we know how to capture our audience, but how exactly does music affect the game? What makes it so important? Well, there are 3 main ways that music affects a video game. It can affect the environment, it can generate emotion, and it can affect the way that you play the game. First off, music in a game can affect the way that you play a game. In many platformers, there are swinging platforms or other dynamic objects that require you to use adept timing and prediction of motion in order to succeed. Often, these swings will swing along with the tempo of the music. That makes it easier to gauge the correct timing. This is because our heart actually changes its beat as we listen to music. Fast, loud, and aggressive music raises our heartbeat, and quiet, slow, and calming music slows our heartbeat. In some cases, our heart syncs to the beat of the music we're listening to. This makes it easier to judge timing and accurately jump between moving platforms, unless they're moving contrary to the beat of the music. In this way, you could use the music to the player's advantage or disadvantage, making the timing easier or more difficult on a level-to-level basis. You might want to make the timing line up in the earlier levels, while making it more difficult as the game progresses. The second way that music can affect the game is to create emotion for the player. This works especially well in story-based games, like Metroidvanias or RPGs. During scenes of departure or recollections of the past, solemn or nostalgic music could play. During scenes of horror or mystery, unnerving or suspenseful music could play. Combined with the right lighting, background, and dialogue, they can create immersing scenes and character interactions for the player. This serves as yet another way to make a game truly moving and memorable. An amazing example of moving music is Hollow Knight, which conveys its mysterious and solemn atmosphere perfectly through various soundtracks. This is one of the most compelling draws to the game. Its music could stand alone, telling a storyline without any words. Another way that video game music continuously creates emotion is by creating a sense of adventure, or a journey. Take the Hyrule Field theme from the Legend of Zelda series, which is playing right now. The last way the music affects a video game is by adding another sensory layer to the environments in video games. Video games greatly appeal to your sense of vision, even your sense of touch through the controllers and their vibrations. But what people don't realize is how much they affect your sense of hearing. The music in a game is very important to create a fully immersive environment for the player. We already touched upon how the music in a game should fit the genre. Nothing too lighthearted or whimsical for horror, nothing too dark for a cutesy platformer or RPG. This may or may not match the scenery of each individual level, though. The next idea takes that idea to a new level. The music represents a place. It creates a visual of that place in your mind's eye. Take these two tracks, for example. As they play, think about what you picture in your mind. The first one brings to mind a tropical location, or other watery locale, fitting for what it is, the Zora's Domain theme from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The second brings to mind a rocky, mountainous location, or possibly even a volcano. Once again, perfect for the purpose, the Goron City theme from The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. These examples go past just bringing about a general emotion, but recall a specific place. And that's that. Those are the ways that music affects a video game. By orchestrating a soundtrack, or using a distinctive 8-bit style, you can capture the audience's attention. Once you have it, you can perfectly write music to evoke emotion, add to the environment, and affect the gameplay as a whole. I can't emphasize enough how pivotal music is to the success of a video game. It gives the game character, and makes players want to come back again and again. Creating a beautiful soundtrack truly breathes life into your game. And with that, remember, we didn't start the fire, we just keep it burning. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed listening to this Fireside Chat, please consider leaving a like. Comment what your favorite video game soundtrack is. I have a lot of favorites, but some of my favorite game soundtracks are Hollow Knight, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and Paper Mario Color Splash. If you like this video and subscribe, it would really be music to my ears. Watch out for game reviews and other content in the form of Pyramid Studio Shorts, something that I've been planning for a while. More information will come, I promise. As always, feel free to share your thoughts on this video in the comments section, and remember that feedback is always welcome.